I am going to play a rapid chess game on ninjas.org, and I'm going to try to explain all of my moves and my thought process behind every move. It's a very hard thing to do, to think and then make your moves in a timely manner. So let's start and see how it goes. So I am right now currently rated 1400 in ninjas.org, so I am an intermediate player, which means that I should be able to. Okay, so we start with d4, and I'm going to respond with d4 because it's a very classic way to respond. I'm not going to respond with e4, which is the inland gambit. It's a very unsound opening, so I'm just going to play it safe, and I'm going to play moves that are very easy to explain. Doesn't take much of my thinking time, as well as is not very tactical. So I could have played a very tactical game, but I'm not going to play it. So my opponent is thinking very long and hard for some reason. Yeah, so he goes bishop to f4. So it's probably indicating to me that he is trying to play a Jobava London. I am going to respond in a similar fashion, and already the move becomes very clear to me that I am going to stop him from coming to this place because this leads to some tactical complications that I do not want to get into. Alright, that's my idea of this move, behind this move a4, a3, a6. So I am waiting for my opponent to make his move. Probably he will put his bishop out, probably he will make a pawn move or something like that. I'm expecting e3. Yeah, so knight f3. Knight f3. That's also a very viable move. I am also going to develop my knight. Now this square, I think my opponent is going to fight for the dark squares, and I'm going to fight for the light squares. So for example, this square at e4, e4 is very juicy for my knight to jump into. But for him, the e5 square is being protected by three different pieces. And so this is a square he will really like to jump onto. So it's not yet. So he wastes a move trying to attack my knight, which is fine, which it doesn't really solve any of my create anything problematic for me. So I could go c4, c6, and then put my knight out here, and then put it in b6. But let's keep it simple. Let's take the tempo he have given me to actually, yeah. So he takes my knight, which is fine. Which is, I think he was just trying to relinquish me from the control of this file, of this square. And now I'm going to castle. I think my opponent's next move is going to be bishop to d3, and I think I'm not going to give him any chances. Or I might. Let me think about this. Might get very complicated. Let's do this. I think I can do a little dance and try to create some weaknesses. Yeah. So let's do this. So my um, actual intention is to induce the move h3. Okay. Because I'm pinning the knight. So let's just castle. Let's castle. Simple chess. Nothing really complicated going on. Now this, I think this pawn needs to be defended a couple of times. So his idea is to go here, which is a good idea. I might not want to give him the chance. So let's play this move. Let's play b6. And my intention is to prevent this. I think I'm creating some weaknesses. I'm not sure what. But I think I am. Because this pawn became soft the moment I moved this pawn, b4, b6. Right? So now my opponent plays, and this is, I think, the first mistake of him to play this move, because I can simply drop my bishop back to d5, and then I d6, and then I attack the knight, and the knight has nowhere to go, no good square to go to. I just need to attack him in a orderly fashion because this square needs to be protected. Okay, so he does make the correct move. If I play f5, he's going to play f4, which is not good, which is not something I want. Oh, this actually gives me my knight a pathway, a really juicy pathway. No, no, it doesn't. I think it might be a mistake. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm going to involve this pin. I'm going to uh, keep this tension behind the knight and the bishop. I'm trying to use this move so that it creates some weaknesses on the king side. And I think my opponent is going to go to f5, going to go b5, and let's see what my opponent does. I think that might have been a mistake going a5 myself. It was a mistake because now my knight has no good squares to go to. I mean, yes, sure, he can go here and here. So he unpins himself. Can I pile up on this pinned piece? That's a really good question. Okay, so this is a free pawn. I don't see why not I shouldn't take this. This is a pink piece, so the knight can also jump back here, which is an interesting choice. Now the question is, do I jump with my knight or my bishop? I like my bishop is staring at this square at h6, h7, h2, but my knight has no good defending squares. That's my problem. I think I'm going to go with my bishop because if it induces a move like this, it can easily jump back to a good square. Whereas if I were to jump back with my knight, yeah, as I was telling, right, this is a good time to like induce a move like this. Okay, so these. Okay, so I don't see any good moves I can make. So let's improve my position. Let's bring my rook into the game, and whatever happens, I can. I'm not. I don't think I'm making any mistakes. So I think he might unpin. Oh yeah, the bishop is actually saving this knight from unpinning himself. And now this knight cannot actually move because if he moves, okay. This looks juicy. This looks tempting because it creates like a cutting hole, gaping hole in this, but I'm not sure. Yeah. So as I said, that my knight can jump onto here, a5, and then jump onto c6, c4. That's what I'm going to do. I am a bit low on time, so I need to play a bit faster. Oh! I actually hanged this pawn. I actually hanged this pawn. I did not even realize that. Did not even realize that. Oh no, I didn't actually hang this pawn. So if he were to take this pawn, then I have this check right here, which I do right now, and I don't see any way to defend against this check, and I win his queen. So this is a tactical idea, right? I accidentally played a very brilliant tactical move. So I think I'm guessing he's going to take with the knight. Okay, so he does not take with the knight, but I simply win the queen. Okay, that was very good. I think now it's a matter of cleanup. He's not really threatening anything, like he just hanged a freaking knight. and this doesn't scare me, bother me at all. I can just take the bishop, and then I can take the knight, or I can take the rook. What do you say? I think I like the idea that I'm also attacking. Okay, so he's just giving all of his pieces away. Okay, he's just collapsing. Okay, that was a nice game. That was a nice game, but it's totally designable right now, and I think he's just going to design. Okay, so this is just a complete collapse of this position. I'm thinking he's going. Okay, so yeah. Okay, let me think about this for a second. I think there might be maybe he is trying for stalemate. I am not sure. But if he is, it's not going to work because there's too many pawns involved, right? And his rook is not really trapped, but I would like to think that it is trapped. Okay, see, he's just collapsing. It's a total collapse. It's a total collapse. So I'm just taking all of his pieces. It should be fairly simple to you what I'm doing. It's a very utter and complete collapse. And now if he moves to here and here, I give a check. It's a very simple chess. He's going to get checkmated in the next few moves. All I have to do is make sure that there is no stalemate, and there is none because the pawn. Okay, so he just resigned. Okay, awesome. That was a very nice game. Let's go to the analysis board and let's see what I did wrong and what I did right. I'm guessing my only mistake was the move that induced, that should have induced b5, but it did not. So let's see what the analysis board says because I'm really curious as to like my opponent completely collapsed after they lost their queen. It was a very avoidable mistake, I would say. So up until this point, it was really simple. It was very theory based. Now I think this is a suboptimal move because there is no guaranteed future for the knight. You just wasted a move. I can like move this pawn up one square and then I'm fine, right? Now my thinking was that I can just trap this knight, but it has like if really various potential jumping squares. This knight is well protected by two pawns. I can even move here where it has a prospect of getting out from this square to this, something like that, right? So the knight wasn't trapped, so I refrained from doing that. So that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I don't know why exactly it's a mistake. I'm guessing that it's weakening the king side and it's not really doing much because I can always maintain the pin, right? The best way to actually defend against the pin was to actually probably was to go back with the bishop. So here the best move was b5. Oh, as I say, this move was problematic because of this move, and the knight does not have really that much good squares to go to, right? For example, if you were to do this and this, and then these and these and these, the knight suddenly has no squares. The king side is ruined, of course, his king side is ruined, but as you can see, the knight really is stopping the natural developing square of the queen as well as the rook, right? So it's not really a position I want to play with, so that's why the best move here was b5 in this position. Here in this position, rather than playing this move, he should have gone b5. Oh yeah, maybe I could have targeted these. I don't know, but okay. So yeah, so what was my best move? Like giving back my knight? Like what the heck? Oh okay, taking the knight was the best move. Why? Why was it the best move? Let's play a bit. So, oh, okay. So that was just a free pawn. So because he did not play b5, that was just a free pawn. But now now because I moved my bishop, he can chase my bishop around and then take or maybe even push, right? So he's if he's chaining his pawn and he's equalizing, everything is fine. So that's why taking the taking the knight was so important, right? Okay, that was a blunder. Why was it a blunder? That's a very hard question. I don't see why it would be a blunder. It's just a simple developing move. Queen d6 was best. Yeah, I have thought about this move, but I thought about like the retreating square because this move is going to eventually happen. A3, and I was thinking that the bishop would not have an escape square if he were to if my queen were to move onto this square. But apparently the engine likes this. Why this was not why this was a blunder, I am not sure. Rook c5. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Now I get it. So basically, what would happen is that he would play rook c1. I would have to defend my knight because otherwise, if he were to take my knight, my bishop would still hang. So I would have to defend my knight with something like queen to d6, right? And then he would sacrifice his rook for the knight, and then he would take my bishop. So he is getting two minor pieces for one rook, and that is always a better position to be in. But you could argue, oh no. No, at the end of the line I can eat the knight, so I am better. So there's clearly something else. So knight d6 is good, best. So pawn moves and then oh yeah. So you pile up on the knight. Okay, that's the idea. So you pile up on the knight because the knight is pinned to the rook. You can't really move the knight, but you have to move it because otherwise it's going to be stolen. And as I said, the knight does not have any lot of good squares to go to, right? It's a very dubious situation. Anyway, he did not see it. Instead, he saw this free pawn and that saved me. I didn't even realize that I was hanging this pawn. Then I realized it is not hanging a pawn. Then he just collapsed. That was from now on it was a complete and utter collapse. He just resigned. Okay. So that was a nice game. I would say my blunder was only this. I allowed the rook to come in and then this bishop to come in, but he did not see it, so okay. Cool. Nice game. It is a very exciting game, I guess. And I am going to sign off. Thank you so much.